So Xbox has revealed the August Gold games, plus we got 5 new Game Pass games headed our way. Plus we have a big rumor of a big title coming. With that, let's start with Immortals Fenyx Rising. So the Ubisoft open world action adventure puzzle title was rumored by a pretty reliable source via Twitter. Now, since this is a rumor, we're going to put it in the speculation tab, but lately we have seen more Ubisoft games like the recent Far Cry hit this past month on Game Pass, so I wouldn't be shocked if this does happen, and it happens extremely soon. With that, we're going to hit our first confirmed Game Pass game on this list. That's Bounty Star, and this is a game about taking on the role of a war veteran who pilots and maintains powerful mechs, but there's a twist on this game. Of course, you'll be battling against violent criminals, dangerous beasts, and other high power mechs, and naturally you're going to be protecting your land. But the twist here is that you can fully upgrade your home and the run-down garage that you own. You can even build out water and power supplies. You're going to be cooking food, you'll be making ammunition, you'll even be raising animals. Not only that, but your mech is highly customizable, and you'll be gathering those resources that you get to improve everything from the guns, the hydraulic systems, and a lot more. This is a pretty deep action adventure title. It's one I gotta say that I'm excited for when it hits Game Pass sometime in 2023. So Solar Ash comes to us from the creators of the award-winning game Hyper Light Drifter, but this game comes in with some gravity bending and high-speed action that has you playing as Ray, a void runner determined to stop at nothing from saving her planet from the evil that engulfs it. And immediately the gameplay here stands out with the grinding on the rails at a very fast pace, grappling from spot to spot, and the combat being very fast and fluid, and of course the giant bosses look pretty epic. If you're excited for Solar Ash like I am, the good news is you won't wait long for this one. It hits Game Pass sometime in 2022. So Thirsty Suitors is certainly a different game as it combines a lot of random things like skateboarding, cooking, even turn-based combat, all into this title about a lady named Jala who confronts her exes in these battle scenarios. It's a unique story that combines different gameplay elements and stories that really kind of keeps you on your toes because it's just so different. Cooking will be the thing that actually helps repair relationships. Skateboarding will be used to discover the world and the mysteries, and of course exploring everything. And then finally the showdown with your exes will be something all combined into one and be this epic fight. Thirsty Suitors is set for Game Pass sometime in 2023. Our next game, Maquette's a first-person recursive puzzle game with a bit of a twist where every object, building, and plant are both very tiny and very huge. You'll be able to manipulate the environment and take advantage of the unique world, which is why this game is called a recursive puzzle game. There's also a bit of a love story that's intertwined with fully voice acting, and plus the puzzles, and guys, you have what is pretty much a unique title, and it's headed to Game Pass at some point, but no word on a date yet. And our final confirmed Xbox Game Pass game is Flock. This is a multiplayer co-op game that places you in the role of a flying shepherd, and it has you collecting and finding creatures out in the world. Now, the flying animals can be anything from a flying fish, flying snakes, or even simply birds, and there's even really rare exclusive creatures to discover out in the world. Meanwhile, the ones that you've collected, you'll be helping them nurture and help them grow. Flock is mostly tended to be a very casual and relaxed sandbox game that is meant for those who love to discover things and really just explore the world. There's no release date for this when it drops on Game Pass, but of course we'll keep an eye out. As always, if you guys are an Xbox Ultimate member, you guys do have access to the gold titles for August. With that, let's start with Saints Row 2. This is our first game here with gold, and despite releasing all the way back in 2009, the familiar freedom open world GTA style formula will be right at home for pretty much most of us. As is with most Saints Row games, this one's going to be no different. It's going to be very over the top. I mean, there's a mission that has you running down people with a flaming ATV, so if that's your thing, here you go. There's also a full story campaign that can be played co-op with a buddy. There's 40 story missions and tons of side missions to tackle. Despite this game's age, it's still a fun one even here in 2022. Alright, so Scourgebringer is a fast-paced roguelike platformer that has you playing as Kyra, the deadliest warrior of her clan, who has to explore the unknown and fight her way through ancient machines. The game's combat is definitely the star of this title. Fast, fluid movement, some pretty epic boss battles, and since it's a roguelike, you're going to be dying a lot and starting over, but every time you die, you can actually upgrade Kyra little by little, and ultimately you'll be uncovering the mysteries and defeating the evil. Scourgebringer will be available from August 16th to September 15th for gold. Alright, our next game on this list is Coleco, and here you're tasked to rebuild the town's cat cafe by filling it with decorations, pastries, and a lot more. While you're not doing that, you can befriend lots of animals and add them to your party. They'll even listen to your commands. There's also lots of mini games, lots of quests that you'll be taking on. It's clear that this is a game for a very nice, casual, friendly audience, and there's a lot of simulation to this game as well, and that's really meant for a peaceful gaming session. So Banaka, What's Yours Is Mine is a heist game that puts you in the shoes of a team of thieves who are pulling one of the biggest heists they can. This is playable in co-op with up to 4 players online or on the same screen, and you and your team will play from one of 8 skilled thieves who all bring a different skill to the party. For example, like the cleaner who's a silent killer, the pickpocket who's great at swiping items, the locksmith who's great at opening tough safes, the hacker who can shut down security systems, and of course all these characters are capable of pulling off the big score even solo. But if you are able to play with your friends on this one, I really think you're going to get the maximum fun with this title. This one will be available from August 16th to the 31st. Make sure you guys click the videos on the screen if you want to see what games are coming to Game Pass in August, plus the best games that you can play on Game Pass, period.